Welcome to Knife Chats. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with friends, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thank you.
Okay, this is going to be the Tale of Two Stockmans. And guess what? This isn't one of the Stockmans, but I'm going to use this one as a reference piece, though. This is a 18 pattern Stockman by Case. This is your basic 18 pattern Stockman. This one is in white smooth bone. It is my Larry the Cable Guy knife. I've done a video on this already with the getter done on there and everything else. But I want to show this to you because this is the typical 18 pattern Stockman. This is a 6318. The 63, 6 stands for bone, the 3 stands for number of blades. This is the typical blade you find up front, a long, slender, I guess you could say a muskrat style clip blade. And then in the back side you have a sheepfoot blade, and that's where you usually find the pattern number on these. You notice there USA 6318 SS. The SS stands for stainless steel. And then the other blade you have on it normally is a spay blade. It will also be marked SS for stainless steel. That means it is using the Case True Sharp stainless steel blades. This is your typical 18 pattern Stockman by Case. It comes in right at 3.5 inches long with a blade. The main blade comes in right under 2.5 inches long with a cutting edge that is 2.25 inches. So let's move on to a Tale of Two Stockmans now. Now first let me say I really like the 18 pattern Stockman, and this is another 18 pattern Stockman by Case, and I saw it on eBay and I had to grab it right away. And it is obviously an 18 pattern Stockman. You can see by the way it looks. The difference though is it is in a black synthetic handle, so instead of being a 6318, it'll be a 2318 because 2 stands for Delrin basically, 6 stands for bone. But the reason I wanted this knife is because of this right here. It has a punch blade instead of a spay blade. As soon as I saw it, I bought it almost right away. I've seen these in yellow Delrin, and I saw them in a peach seed jig bone handle. Those came out of Case probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and I missed buying them when they came out. I just could not afford to pick one up at the time, and they're on the secondary market now. They're going for well over $100 quite often. So I saw this one, and it's like new from Case, the black synthetic handle, and I picked one up right away on eBay. And then I started looking. I checked Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Well, they have one in black jigged Delrin with a kind of a red shield, but they don't have one that looks like this. And I started looking all over, and I could not find one anywhere. And I started thinking, you know what? This kind of looks strange, because if you notice the dent around that pen there, and also the right around the shield here, how there's a nice divot going on there. And then same thing over here. The pins just aren't quite as good as they should be. And I started thinking, man, did I pick up a counterfeit or something? And then I noticed, oh man, somebody relabeled this box. And I can't really make out what's underneath the label. Also it says PU. I can kind of make out the PU there, but why did they relabel the box? And I started thinking, oh crap, this is probably a counterfeit. I start looking at the blade stamps, and it's like, oh man, this is supposed to be 2019. If this is 2019, and it was 2019 when I bought it, what's going on? Why isn't it showing up anywhere other than these 2 eBay dealers? And is these 2 eBay dealers the same people? I look at the stamp there, and it looks all right. And the CV mark over here, that's the way it should be. I mean, I've seen the way everything is on this knife. You know, you got the stainless steel over here, and you've got the markings here. That's the best I could do to compare it to. And I do know that on the punch blades, it will say PU after the 2318 or whatever the 18. Now this is obviously stamped deeper, but it looked about right. I mean, but it wasn't perfect, and I was thinking something just isn't right with this knife. It is very hinky, and that's why after picking this up way back in, well, almost 6 months ago now, I never bothered to do a video on it because I was afraid that this might actually be a counterfeit, and I did not want to embarrass myself by doing a video on a counterfeit knife and passing it off as if it was an original Case knife that nobody else had. And so this kind of went in a drawer, and I kind of forgot about it for a while. But occasionally I would go and start looking for black synthetic handled Case knives and see if I could find one from someone other than the dealer that I got this from. And lo and behold, I finally found one from where they should be coming from. And so that's going to bring us to the other Case knife in this story. And you see here, this one says Shepherd Hills exclusive, and it has a price on it of $39.99, which is less than I paid for this knife that I bought on eBay because I was so excited to find. And also, if you notice, though it's done better, this is also a relabeled box, but this time the box is labeled properly. And notice also that this one says WO number 11393. That's nowhere on here. Doesn't say that anywhere. One is from 7/26/19. That's the one from Shepherd Hills. This one says 7/29/19. The barcode numbers are all the same and everything else. And the outside stickers are pretty much the same, but except for this thing that says WO number 11393. That's missing on this box. Which led me to think, wonder what I did here. In any case, here's the one from Shepherd Hills. Now let's take a look at it, and we'll do a little bit of comparing with that one there. Okay. First of all, if you notice, the pins are very much smoother. They fit right into the smooth black synthetic handle. And it's much smoother here, and you cannot feel the transition here. You can kind of pick it up here if you really want to work on it with your fingernail. But really the transition is really nice. And the shield is embedded much better, if you can see looking next to each other. And notice the pins. Especially the pins. The pins are so much smoother. And they are more defined. They seem to, because of how flush they are, they actually look larger than the pins on the other ones. And you can see this one is definitely recessed into the black synthetic. And so, all in all, I determined what's wrong with this knife. But let's take a look at the one by Shepherd Hills now, because this is what you should be seeing on here. Notice it is still a 2019, and you've got the Case XX long tail C stamp there. And on the back side here, you have the same markings, and they're just as crisp and as clean as on the other knife, because it is a chrome vanadium knife. You got the CV everywhere. And it says it's CV on the box there too. Now, I believe right now Case is using a 1083 carbon steel for their CV knives. It used to be 1095, but I believe it's 1083 now. That's the latest I saw, either 1083 or 1086. One other thing to notice though here is, if you notice, yes, there is a blade rub going on there. It's not as bad or significant as what you see on this knife. Notice all the scratches on this one and all the way into the knife itself. You see the deep scratch right there. You do have some of the lighter scratches on the top, and you have the scratch coming down. That is being caused by the punch blade. But if you notice on this punch blade, well, first of all, it's got a better edge going on. You can't really see that. It is not razor sharp. It should not be razor sharp either. It's for punching holes in leather. And it's got a good edge on it. Good enough for doing that. But if you look at this one, can you see it there? See all those marks there? That's actually rusting and stuff. It's already rusting. It just doesn't have the finish that this one did. Yeah, they're both Case knives, but what this one ends up being, I believe, is a factory second. Somebody either at Case or Shepherd Hills, most likely Case, tossed these to the side as a factory second. Somebody either bought them or somebody took them out of the Case factory and they're selling them online on eBay. They do not come with the Shepherd Hills sticker on the box. It's just, they got the sticker on there. It's like a rush job slapping it on there. They do have a birth date on there. This knife came out July 29th, 19, whereas opposed to the one from Shepherd Hills, which has the work order number on there and showing it as 7/26, so July 26, 19. Quality wise in the blades, I mean, other than that nasty blade rub going on this one, the blades are all tight on both knives. The only difference is this one is a factory second being sold on eBay for more money than the special factory offering through Shepherd Hills Cutlery. And had I not been so quick on the draw to buy one of these, because I was so excited to see a Case Stockman with a punch blade, I could have saved a lot of money, and I would have ended up already having two from Shepherd Hills. What it is more likely is going to happen is I will probably end up picking up another one from Shepherd Hills, because $40 is a great deal on these knives. But really what I want to warn you about though right now is if you're finding these on eBay, chances are they're a factory second, and you can get it for cheaper from Shepherd Hills, and it'll be in a much better shape, in a much better condition. So be very wary when you decide to buy a new production Case knife on eBay, because there are nefarious sellers out there who will pass along factory seconds as top-notch first run Case production knives, and it's a shame that it's out there, but it's a fact of life. So learn from my mistake, boys and girls. Be very wary when you're buying on eBay, because just because it's new doesn't mean you should go and grab it right away. It's not going to disappear as quick as you think. And also do a lot more investigating. I could have saved myself a little bit of heartache on this knife. Of course, like I said, the quality of the build is not that bad. I will definitely be throwing this in my pocket and using it, and it'll probably be an everyday carry that will save this one for special use and special times, because it's going to be a collector's item. You just don't find that many Case Stockmans with a punch blade, especially in chrome vanadium steel. So I'll keep the box for that one, the Shepherd Hills box for that one. But this box, it's not that important anymore. It came out, it's from a factory second. That's going to be thrown in the pocket, carried, used, and abused. In any case, that's it for this video. Hope you learned something. I know I learned something. Be very careful when it comes to buying a current production case knife off of an eBay seller that you're not familiar with. And always look around, because that special factory offering that you're looking for is out there if you just look hard enough. And man, am I glad that Shepherd Hills came out with this knife, because it is just so cool to finally have a Case Stockman with a punch blade. Let's get it all opened up for the glamour shots.
Thank you for visiting Knife Chats. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so that you will be notified when the next episode of Knife Chats is up online. Thanks again. See you soon.